What's going on, YouTube? This is Dave's Daily Trades coming at you a bit earlier today. I've actually never done a midday update, but work from home Fridays give me this availability to do these videos during these times. So might as well get a quick update out to you folks. Really for the day, nothing's going on. Kind of a boring trading day, but that's really what we've seen these past couple of Fridays. Just, a push up at open and then sideways for the rest of the day. And what do we have here? Yeah, of course, we did have that morning opening jump to 45.84, which is currently the high of the day, and then continued to trade flat. But, of course, we did see good consolidation this morning for a few hours, so I love to see that. And, of course, we did have a little run up, but nothing too crazy. Look like it's calming down. I'm not expecting much for today, but that is totally fine. However, there are some really, really interesting things going on behind the scenes that I had to share with you folks. So, of course, the Federal Reserve has been doing this reverse repo agreements, which, of course, gives hedge funds, market makers, and banks instant liquidity. And on Wednesday, there was actually $503 billion in cash, which is, of course, a record. And the confusing thing is that reverse repo department actually tops out at 500 billion. So the fact that this is actually 3 billion over the top is absolutely crazy. And this is totally, I believe it says in here somewhere, a record peak for the third consecutive session. And of course, we've never seen these numbers before. So it looks like, and this is speculation here, but it looks like banks, hedge funds, and other financial institutions are really hurting for liquidity right now. And of course, that does make sense because of AMC, GameStop, and all these other meme stocks are really destroying hedge funds. All right, on to my next article is that the AMC bonds were upgraded to a CC plus, and that actually beforehand it was a CC minus. And just to give you guys a little background, obviously bonds are used to raise capital, and lots of companies all around the US and internationally offer these bonds to get cash so they can raise money for future investments, such as purchasing movie theaters or for debt or for whatever it may be. So I know this doesn't seem like a lot, but this small upgrade is actually a lot bigger than you may think. This really shows us that analysts are now saying that the debt that AMC has accumulated is now not so bad. Now it's getting more positive, which means they have more hope in AMC actually paying this debt back to the people who have invested into these bonds. So, of course, I really thought that this was going to have a positive impact for today, but of course, didn't have so much. And that's really because Fridays are mostly a flat day, so possibly this could turn over into next week because this did come out, I believe it was late yesterday. So we'll see what happens to that, but that's also something that you should just keep in the back of your mind. Now, the most important information that has been circling around is this right here. The screenshot all the way to the right-hand side, and I have my mouse over here. So as you guys can see, this is AMC Entertainment Holdings. Last price, and I know this is a little blurry, I apologize for that, $1,533.25. Now, obviously, we're not quite there. We're currently at $43 and call it 80 cents. So very, very absurd to see this high of a price. But let's dig into this. Why is this happening? So, of course, all the orders are being held and delayed by 15 to 21 days. So that means if you place a trade today, you are not actually going to be, that trade rather, is not actually going to be active. It's active in your account. You get an email, sure, but it's not going to be actually active in the market for 15 to 21 days, which is very, very strange because usually there's a T+2, which means orders get filled within 2 trading days. So 15 to 21 days is absolutely absurd. That never happens. But the other thing I was thinking about in the back of my mind is the failure to deliver cycle. So the failure to deliver cycle is when you kind of have to cover all those shorts that you put out in 21 days. And of course, really, I did post a video on this showing that we do have significant spikes on those 21 days. And this really confirms it. I don't know, and I would take this with a grain of salt. I don't know if this is true, if this is false, but this would be absolutely huge. And I know that this has been circling around the internet, and so many people are diving into this and saying, oh my God, if I can buy AMC right now for $43 and it's going to go to $1,500 within 15 to 21 days, no brainer. I'm going to jump on it. But what's happening is hedge funds are actually using dark pools for a lot of their trades. Of course, dark pools is something that is legal right now, and it's only available to the hedge funds, the institutions, and the banks. People like me, people like you, were unable to even see this data that goes through. Of course, there are some metrics that come out, but we're not actually able to see what's going on in that background. And of course, this is more for large bulk orders, which of course mostly hedge funds and institutions are buying. So obviously this is a lot of shady stuff, but I mean, in 21 days, that'll bring us to, a couple of weeks, guys. And this is obviously 15 to 21 business days, but this could absolutely be huge. Now, also, I do want to note this screenshot that was taken, that was from like 2-3 weeks ago. So I'm really thinking that this price is more like $1,900, maybe even $2,000. And it does make sense, guys. If we have all of these synthetic shares being brought into the market, diluting the AMC stock price, while we have millions, literally 4.1 million AMC retail shareholders right now, which is insane, coming in and buying up all these synthetics. Yeah, all those synthetics are diluting the price, but if those synthetics were not in the market, absolutely, we can see $1,500, $2,000 all day. So when they are forced to cover, we're absolutely going to see this price. I'm not sure if it's going to happen in 15 to 21 business days. That's kind of beyond me. That's a guesstimate at this point. But when we do have some covering going on, and when shorts are either A, forced liquidated, or forced to cover, we're going to see prices way, way further than $1,500 or even $2,000. I really just want to point this out to you guys because I think there's a lot of misinformation going around about this, what it could mean. And yeah, absolutely is a huge catalyst for us. And I 100% believe that that actually is, you take out all the synthetic shares, that's the actual share price of AMC. And hedge funds are doing everything that they can to really push this stock price down. And I'll show you guys right now in our chart. We had that crazy run up to $72, and guys, hedge funds were bleeding. They were bleeding so badly. So they're really trying to just shake us out right now. It's not going to happen. I haven't, I went from my dollar cost average right now is $11.01. Obviously, we all made out pretty good on that run, while on the opposite side, hedge funds are bleeding, losing so much money, guys, that they were almost probably forced for a margin call right there. So they had to do their tactics. That's why we've seen all these huge sell-offs, of course, over here, over here, over here, and over here. But guys, it's nothing. If you guys have been riding with me since January, this is no new information. This happens all the time. It is what it is. But as long as we continue to hold the line, these hedge funds, they can't keep this up forever. And especially, all of you guys know about the current lawsuit with the DTCC and then 30 other firms, with them colluding for all this fraudulent activities that are going on in the market, which, of course, it's going to take years for that even to come out. But before that happens, yeah, we're going to see this blow up. This thing is absolutely going to the moon. I'm 100% convinced at this point, but the biggest thing, guys, is just stay patient. If you can buy more, buy more. If you can't, just continue to hold the line, because this is truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. These new regulations that are going to be put in place are literally going to make sure that something like this will never happen again. So that is truly why it is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And of course, guys, with this sell-off, I know a lot of people were disappointed. We wanted to see it pass $100. That would have been awesome. But look at the technical levels. The RSI is more reasonable right now. The MACD looking like it's going to have another crossover big time. And, of course, the OBV. We've seen this sell-off. But, guys, since we hit the high over here, call it 4.2, we've been pretty flat, which is actually a really good thing. That shows that no one's selling. This is fake sell-off pressure by hedge funds, shorting the hell out of the stock. I know everyone's looking at iBorrowDesk and Stonko Tracker every single day. Guys, they're pulling shares out their ass at this time. Obviously, flooding the stock price, diluting it, holding these shares, our purchase orders rather, from actually going into the market so they can drive this price down to get people to sell. It's not happening. It's not happening. All right, guys, I'll probably post another update video at the end of the day today once we close. But until that, definitely hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and tune in for the next one.